If you still believe that AI can write copy for you and magically give you thousands of dollars or millions of dollars and get you that first client, second client, third client, or more clients just by feeding a few prompts on ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek, or whatever the AI tool is, you couldn't be farther away from reality. And I'm going to explain to you why right now. But first, let me show you this. This is one of the comments that I got from this video here, 17,500 hours, like 17,520 hours of brutally honest copywriting advice. So this guy says, in era of AI, who is the special kind of idiot to be throwing 10 hours a day alone into copywriting? Like, this guy believes that only using AI can magically do all the work for him, which, I mean, I don't blame him. But is that actually the case? Can you actually just use ChatGPT or Claude or whatever and magically tell the AI to print or to write an insanely high converting piece of copy that will generate thousands of dollars every day? Well, like, it's easier said than done. And if you relied on using AI to write the copy for you without mastering the fundamentals first, this is exactly what's going to happen to you. And by the way, this is a screenshot that I took from the mentorship that I'm in. By the way, expensive mentorship, but pretty useful and pretty juicy. And by the way, just to give you context here to what you're seeing on screen, we get applications or submissions every now and then for clients that reach out to my mentor and say like, hey, I'm looking for a great copywriter who can take care of my email leads, my products, my VSLs, whatever it is. And so that's what people are doing here. But take a look at this. So my mentor asks any good submissions, and the guy says the common problem with most of them, meaning copywriters, was that the script looked really AI reading in terms of wording, structuring, and ideas. I also use AI in my script writing, but I always make sure that the end result looked human written, and I didn't really got that with the applicants. So what does that mean? That AI sucks because it cannot, like, it doesn't sound like a real person. It is missing that human touch. And that's what I'm telling you guys. It is not enough just to simply go into ChatGPT and tell it like, hey, give me a word like $1 million sales page that's gonna make me a lot of money. Like, no, that's not the way this works. So now think about this for a second. We already know that this guy uses AI to write his copy for his business, right? Like, why is he looking for a copywriter? Like, what's the reason he's looking for that? First, because he understands that AI has its limitations, and number two, because nine out of 10 times the copy that comes out of the AI sucks. Why? Because the prompts you feed it suck, and most people suck at writing prompts. So think about this for a second. Business owners use AI themselves, right? Why would they pay you watching this video? You who believe that using AI is just enough. Like, why would they pay you from $500 to $3,000 just for you to keep using AI to write the emails that are shit? Like, why? It makes no sense, okay? So now that you have understood why it's not going to work only by just writing AI, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to write copy with the help of AI without sucking. And when I say with the help of AI, I'm not telling you AI is going to do the job for you, because that's not the way that it works. Because that's exactly what I've used to generate over 600 million views using AI to help me write copy, but not writing the copy for me. By the way, the screenshots you're seeing here are for the clients that I've been working on inside the content marketing agency that I work for or with. Here's the owner, Omar. I work with this guy. So the first step in like writing better copy using AI is you need to work on your prompts. Guys, if your prompts suck, like if you're really bad at writing prompts, at giving chat gpt, Claude, or whatever AI tool is bad prompts or good prompts, then you're gonna have a shitty copy as a result. It's just like putting shit and expecting like to get, I don't know, gold from shit. Like it's not gonna happen. So what you need to do is work on the prompts. Go on YouTube, go and ask ChatGPT actually like how to improve your prompting, and it's gonna work insane. And one thing that I learned from using ChatGPT is like after you have feed it a certain amount of prompts and you're satisfied with the with the prompts and with the output that is giving you based on that input, you can ask him like, what is the best way for me to communicate this? Like give me a prompt that would help any I don't know, tool, language, understand everything that I've been through with you here. And it will give you a better, more concise prompt. Then the next thing you need to do is whatever AI gives you, you have to make it sound like it is reading in the same language your target audience speaks, the same words, same vernacular. If your audience says I don't know, like if your audience says bro, dude, whatever, use bro, dude. If you are writing copy for lawyers, six-figure business, eight-figure business, they're not gonna talk the same way as someone who's just making $3,000. They're gonna speak differently. Same if you're targeting, I don't know, 50-year-old dudes or men or whatever, instead of just like they speak different than if you're targeting Gen Z's. Like it's like it should be common sense, but again, this is one of the things that always like gives away that you are not writing the copy yourself. And the next point takes me to, if you know you have to make the copy sound like your target audience, then don't use words that your target audience wouldn't use or any human being on earth would not use. What do I mean by that? Here's where we have the words that only AI gives you, especially ChatGPT, like spark, elevate, skyrocket, daunting, game changer, game changing. Like these words are so generic and so ChatGPT ish that anybody on earth has heard them at least once. And by simply knowing these words, they can tell, oh, this guy just used ChatGPT or whatever to write this. This guy didn't write it himself. He used AI to write it for him. And bro, that's the worst thing you could do, especially if you're trying to land clients. So if you're sending free value, if you're sending, I don't know, email lists or I'm sorry, email sequences, or you're sending email copy, VSL copy, or any copy at all, and people are ghosting you, it's because that this might be the reason why, because you're using ChatGPT to write a copy for you, or you just simply suck at writing copy, which again, you can always get better every day, but not by using AI. And my next advice is gonna be getting good yourself first before actually try using AI to write the copy for you. Why? Because if you don't master the fundamentals, you're not gonna be able to know what's good and what's trash, like what's good copy and what's not good copy. Think about it as the leading copy or a subject line. Let's imagine you go into ChatGPT and tell him like, hey, give me 6 subject lines for this product. If you don't know what the fundamentals on a subject line are, if you don't know how they're supposed to act, if you know that they are supposed to be intriguing, but they're not intriguing, then you are going to know that. And the moment you know that, you can give feedback like, hey, that's not a good headline or that's not a good subject line because it's lacking curiosity. Here's how you can make that better. And now you're given instructions. Think of ChatGPT as your student. You're the teacher. You're the mentor. If you don't know what you're doing, ChatGPT is not gonna know whatever it is that you're trying to do. So that's why you need to understand. Now let's imagine it's not a subject line. Let's imagine it's the whole copy. So if you don't know where to target their pains, where to challenge their beliefs, where to do this, where to do that, is not gonna work because you just know like, okay, it's giving me copy, but you don't know how good of copy it is actually giving you. That's why it is so important. And again, AI is so far away from understanding and getting that personal touch, like that human touch, as you just saw in that screenshot. And for this person here, telling me that what kind of idiot I am just to be spending 10 hours a day into writing copy, or well, I used to be like 2 or 1 year ago, no longer, but that's your answer. That's why if you who think AI is just enough and you compete against copywriters who mastered the copywriting principles, who mastered the art of writing copy, if you put those two copywriters together, guess who's gonna get all the clients? Guess who's gonna get all the money? Yes, the one who knows the principles, the ones who understands and knows how to write copy, that can leverage AI to write even more copy, more effective copy, get ideas and do it in record time instead of just somebody who puts a few prompts, gets something and believes that's good. So if you guys learned something useful today, just subscribe, leave a comment. I'll see you in the next one.